All right, welcome in to another 5-minute Powers Play. I've got the coach with us from Arizona State, as you can tell. Coach, you had a week off, you had a bye week. I'm guessing you're going to tell me it couldn't have come at a better time.
Yeah, I mean, it came at the right time. It did. You know, we had a lot of games, a big stretch of games there. We were the only team in college hockey that hadn't had a weekend off. Back-to-back road trips, one to Harvard, then coming back and going to Omaha. Certainly, you know, wasn't ideal, but we got through it. We're 10-6, and we're ready to get going again.
So we haven't had a chance to visit since Omaha, and I know that you told me on the way up there that you were going to be expecting them to give you their best. Maybe a little irritated over what happened to them here, and definitely improving. So were they what you expected?
Yeah, they played well. They played well. Friday against Omaha was our worst effort of the year. We just didn't execute in any facet. We were sloppy. We turned the puck over. We didn't keep the puck, take care of it at all. And somehow, with 8 minutes left, found a way to have a lead and wasn't able to hang on to it. That was frustrating that we couldn't close out. But we didn't earn or deserve to win that game. Saturday, completely opposite. Our guys, statistically, and how we measure and how we want to measure games statistically and manage games was as good as we played all year. We were really good. The only thing we didn't do was put the damn thing in the net. Huge credit to their goaltender. He was unbelievable. But anybody that watched that game that knows hockey in any aspect of anything would tell you we completely dominated that game.
Okay, I got 3 big things to ask you. Number 1, what's the secret to getting these guys ready to play on Friday night, and why are they struggling Friday nights particularly?
Well, I think most of the Friday nights that we've struggled have been on the road. Yeah. But we have also won on the road too. Right. So, I don't know. I don't put too much stock into that. We've historically always been a better team on Saturdays since going Division I. And there's a litany of reasons for that. Our guys, I think, are in really good shape, and I think we have more depth than most teams and more balance, and so I think that is a huge factor with why we play better on Saturday versus how our opponents come out. But we didn't come out, Friday we came out and scored in the first 30 seconds, right. and then turned around and they scored the next shift. So it was disappointing. Friday is just a game we're going to erase altogether. But Saturday, like I told the guys, after Friday's loss, I said that we're going to lose games. But when we lose games, we want to make sure that those losses are losses we can build off of, because you can build off losses. You can learn from losses and gain momentum from losing. And Friday certainly wasn't an effort that suggested any of that. Saturday absolutely was. We doubled them in shots. We tripled them in scoring chances. Our puck possession was 65-35. We played really well. Yeah. The kid just wouldn't let us score. He was dynamite. So that's why it's the most important position in sports. And I told the guys after the game, our guys done that to other teams.
Right.
So now you know how it feels.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about power play. For the start of the year, you guys' power play was clicking pretty solid. It's struggled a little bit lately. Any changes that need to happen? Anything you want to do differently? Any reason for that? Yeah,
we're going to tweak it. We're going to tweak it going into Princeton and see if we can give it a little bit of a jump. And for whatever reason, they're not getting it done. They're not getting it done. They didn't get it done in Omaha. 2 straight weekends without a power play goal, and 1-3. We tell the guys that essentially every game your job is to go get us a goal. The power play, if you go get us a goal, we're going to have a really good chance to win. And had they gotten us a goal on Friday, we probably would have won. And then on Saturday, we gave up a shorthanded goal and didn't score a power play goal. So, it was a difference. It was a difference in that game. They scored a power play goal and a shorthanded goal, and our guys didn't get it done. So we're going to make some changes on it going into this weekend, and it's looked really good this week. I think it's going to be a fresh kind of approach and a little bit different chemistry, mixing up the units, and they've looked good.
So we talked about, and one of the things I commended you on again, and I do this quite frequently because I think you run a stellar program, but Tyler Busch is going to sit out the first game, this one, and I know that came from WCHA, correct? They're the ones that handed down that suspension. You maybe asked them for it, but as an independent, you probably didn't have to do that. I'm not sure the rules are on that end of it, but it tells me that you're building the program the right way. that you would take the initiative to bring in somebody else, an outside group, to look at something like that, as much as it might hurt your team. I mean, Tyler Busch is a good player for you, and to have him miss a game because of something, especially late in a contest like that. So, congratulations on that. Tell me what your thought process is in building the program and why you would do that.
Well, we knew we were going to take a step this year competitively and win more games than we'd ever have. We were very confident in that, and we wanted to make sure that as teams continue to come in and support us and play us here especially, that we're holding ourselves accountable, just like they're held accountable. And the right thing to do was to farm out officiating, which now WCHA officials are flying in. And then through that agreement, that conference has also agreed to handle all supplemental disciplines. So it's out of our hands. We made that agreement. We signed an agreement with them that where the officiating is assigned by them and all supplemental discipline is handled by them. We talked to a few different leagues about it, and everybody was willing to help us. But the WCHA, just geographically where their officials are located, being able to provide assistance just made the most sense from an officiating standpoint, and that's where we're going with it.
Okay, so you're headed to Princeton. They came here last year. You know about Princeton. You know what they're doing. They dropped out of the poll this week. You guys stayed in the poll. But talk a little bit about what you expect out of Princeton.
Best line in the country. Yep. Best line in the country, arguably the best player in the country, and Max Verano. If you can contain that line, you'll have a chance. But if you let them go and you don't defend the right way against them, they can run show on anybody they play, and they're that good. At least two of them I know for a fact could have signed NHL deals, and credit to them and credit to Coach Fogarty. He got them to come back and get their degrees from an Ivy League institution, which all college coaches would say they'd love to see. But having players as good as those guys are in our game is good for college hockey, and it's good for our guys to go in and have to play against them.
Let's wrap up two things. You bring in what I call Johnny for Hobie. He's still leading the country in goals scored. He's been in a slump. He's going to the Hobie Baker rink. Is this the thing? Is this the momentum that pushes him ahead again?
Yeah, I don't know. Johnny got a big tip against Harvard to win in overtime.
Right.
He didn't score in Omaha, but I think the second game he had 12 shots on goal. So it'll come. It'll come. He's just got to continue to play the right way, not cheat for goals or offense. And when he plays the right way, he always gets rewarded because he's just too good of a player. But you can ask Johnny, and I know he'll say he doesn't care. He just wants to go win.
I hear you. And final thing for you, I know you're going to get great support again. I've already seen things online with your alumni groups out there have been buying up tickets like crazy. I'm sending our long-distance devil, Paul Hornstein, to see you guys Saturday night. He's excited to see you. But talk a little bit about that support and how important that is, not only here at home but on the road. Yeah,
we love going back east. I mean, those alumni chapters don't get to see ASU athletic, programs come out. I mean, basketball doesn't go out east. Nobody does. Football certainly doesn't. I mean, their conference is out west, and so it's good. It's good that we can provide that for our fans back east, and they showed up in droves at Harvard, and from my understanding, they're going to show up in droves again Saturday at Princeton. So we're proud of that. We're thankful to them, and we certainly hope to put on a good show for them.
Well, we're going to say Forks up with a Territorial Cup win, the basketball team in the top 25, the Sun Devil hockey team, number 19 in the country. It's a great day to be a Sun Devil, correct?
It is. Women's basketball is ranked as well.
Absolutely.
So you got this thing cranking.
All right. Thanks, Coach. Good luck this weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.